Hi guys, my name is Pratik and I'm founder of Bright. So we're running an accelerator program for aspiring product managers. In today's session, we're going to talk about how you can start your career into product management and also what exactly the product management is all about. A quick definition, right? And in today's session, we have Mr. Pankaj who is working with Kuku.fm as product manager. So it's gonna be a kind of a session where you're gonna get a lot of information and a lot of insights and a very crisp definition about what exactly the product management is. I hope you are gonna enjoy it, and if you have any feedback for us, please comment below and I'm happy to reply to you guys. Thank you so much and keep watching the video.
Hey guys, welcome to Bright session on product management. This is going to be an introductory session to get you introduced to what product management is and a few concepts around it. So how I would like to start this is think about how a product gets made. So if we speak about a software application, there will be developers or programmers or coders who will actually be coding the product out using some kind of programming language. Then there will be a designer who will actually design the layout of the application, what each aspect of the application should look like, or what it should feel like, or what it should convey emotionally to the user. There could be a QA team which is actually testing out the product before it gets launched. There could be a marketing team which is actually focused on selling the product, marketing the product, doing some promotional campaigns. But how do all these guys know what they are building for or what they are designing for, what direction the product is taking? So you need to think of a product manager like a coach of a football team. He's not going to be on the team shooting goals, defending goals, playing against the players on the field itself, but he operates from a very strategic mindset. This coach will do an analysis on how the comparative football teams are operating. What are the strategies they're using? What are the strengths the competitor have? And what are the strengths the coach's own team has? What are the weaknesses that the competitors have? And what are the weaknesses that his own team have? How can he capitalize on the strengths? How can he negate the weaknesses or build some solutions around them? How can the team succeed in winning? That's what the coach does. And I would say product manager operates very similarly. Product manager might compare competing software solutions and what are those other software solutions good at? What are the different things that these competitors are trying and what have they succeeded at? What are the things that this PM's own software has succeeded at or what's the direction it is taking? Using a lot of, I would say, market analysis, competitor analysis, data analysis and strategy, the PM is kind of able to define the direction the product takes. Then he gives direction to his team, designers on what has to be designed and developers on what has to be built, how it has to be built. When you talk about the product holistically, then what is the experience going to be? So those are the kind of things that product manager would look at. He's not going to be directly designing something, he's not going to be directly coding something, but he aligns the team to the direction that the team is taking with regards to the product or the strategy that the team needs to follow in order to actually succeed. Because while these other teams such as your designers, developers will be focusing on functional aspects, which is maybe designing or developing, the product manager is going to be focusing on the strategic aspect. What has to be built, how it has to be built, why it has to be built. So what could be a product feature? Why could be the reason it needs to be built? Are you aiming for a particular goal? So maybe your software wants to generate some organic growth by means of referral sharing kind of thing, which means that your product needs to have some kind of sharing mechanism inside. You are making this is the what. Why are you doing this? Because you want users to share your application and other users to download your application. That's the why. You're increasing your number of downloads. Now you think about the how. So the how would be, you might place a share icon in one corner of your application. You might choose to highlight it by some means, or you can choose to incentivize the users who are sharing your application. That's the kind of how over there. But defining all these aspects is what a product manager would do. And finally, when your product is actually built and launched, the product manager will monitor the success or the failure that the product has. If it's a success, then the feature or product which got shipped it was a good one, but say it did not succeed, then you take into account the learnings you can get from those failures and how you can improve upon them. Is it possible that you can tweak certain aspects of the application and then kind of refine it, polish it, and then roll it out again to hope for a success? Or do you think that it was such a utter failure that it needs to be scrapped altogether? Looking at data, talking to customers, speaking with customers and users, doing some user interviews, doing user research, understanding the user's pain points. The main takeaway that you should have is, as a PM, you're going to put yourself into the user's shoes. So every time something is happening, you think, how will the user react to this feature? How will the user use this feature? Will the user have trouble using this feature? Am I going to be really helping out my user with their problems? You're focused on solving user problems. That's how a lot of your features might actually come out, and that's how products get viral, because they solve a particular user pain point. But the thing to keep into account for a great product is you need to solve user problems in a way that helps business goals. That is how you will actually generate revenue and keep your business going and thriving. So once again, solving user problems in a way that meets business goals. That is how you should incorporate your product development, so that whenever you do roll out a feature, not only is it solving your user's problem, but it's also solving the problem in such a way that the business is achieving its goal. So your business could have various goals. It could be user acquisition. You want to increase the number of users you have. It could be revenue generation, which means you want to increase the sales that your application or software is getting, and so on and so forth. So think of the product manager like a football coach, and also think of him as the biggest advocate for users. He's always going to be thinking in the user's shoes whenever something is getting built or developed.
Hi guys, I hope you like the content and that video, right? And if you have any queries, just drop the comment and I'm more than happy to respond to you. And at the same time, if you want to get into the product management, we have a specific course for that, and if you want to join, just let us know. We are dropping the helpline numbers, and also we are dropping the website, right? So you can just click the website and you can apply for the program. Also, one important thing is, like, you need to understand one thing over here, right? So this program is completely live and it's a completely a 10-week bootcamp. So if you wanted to get into the product management, again, this is a best, it can be a best choice for you. And yeah guys, अगर अच्छा लगा तो share कर दिए, and let me know if you need any kind of help. Take care, bye.